Francis, Ben?
Francis, that was your first ATP main draw, under the lights home tournament. How different did that feel from anything you'd ever done before?
Yeah, it's definitely a different experience that I've had, playing juniors, First of all, playing on like smaller courts and, they're obviously faster and they play differently. And, tonight was, probably the most fun I've ever had playing tennis, with the whole crowd with you and, every point you win, everyone's going crazy and, it's just really special playing tonight and I hope I can play here again many years to come.
Yeah, having the crowd, cheer Francis and, applaud, like you said, for every point. Was that something you were expecting?
Yeah, for sure. I knew it was coming. I didn't think it was going to be as intense as it was, but, I'm happy that people really care and really wanted to get me this win, but sadly I couldn't, but I thought I performed well tonight. And,
yeah, where do you think you took from, even though it was a loss, where did you kind of learn through this experience?
Definitely know I can play at a high level. This guy's a little just outside top 100 and, we played a pretty competitive match tonight and, I thought I could win either way. I had some chances in both sets and, I definitely thought I could have taken the 3 and, at 16 playing at a level like this, I think I should leave here with just confidence and, that I have some upside.
Yeah, something you had mentioned was that you wanted to act like more of a pro now that you were playing against pros, especially after the Wimbledon juniors. Did you feel like you kind of handled yourself well tonight?
Yeah, for sure. I thought my body language was pretty good. That I carried myself well. I thought I definitely acted like I belonged there, and I thought I didn't show any nerves, which is good. I actually felt comfortable walking on the court. I walked on, thinking that I really deserved to be here, and it's not just lucky, just put me in the draw. I really thought I had a chance tonight, and I played well.
Francis, you came real close last week, 7-6 in the third to Venus. Today, 4-4 type match. What does that do for your confidence going forward, and how do you play the rest of the year?
Oh yeah, the last two tournaments is definitely going to help my confidence for the rest of the year. I've played well both weeks. Competed well and tested both players, and I think it's good for people to know that I can play this level, and pros knowing that you gotta watch out for this guy that's coming up.
There's a lot of talk of the French Open and Wimbledon. Obviously, those didn't go how you wanted them to. How did you bounce back from that and kind of refocus?
Wimbledon wasn't too bad, losing to the winner, but French Open, I lost hurt a lot, especially being the top seed and whatnot. But it happens. Still have time to do. I still have one more shot at the Open to hopefully go for a run. But it's a whole different event. It's a junior event, and going to a pro event, it's a whole different mentality. And I think I handled myself well here.
My understanding is you've been coming here for years as a fan. Was there a point during that you thought to yourself, for real, hey, I'm going to be out there one day?
No. The young guy, he's dreamed. I never thought it would actually be real. Walked on the court and the crowd started going crazy. I almost cried. It was an unbelievable feeling, and actually knowing that I'm about to play out here in front of these people, and it meant more to me than anything else I've ever done, and I'm happy they gave me a walk out here to compete tonight.
Zverev did very well a few weeks ago, 17-year-old. When you hear about other teenagers, of course, it's only been older guys for so long on the ATP. Does that spur you on?
Yeah. Thought I could do that this week, but kidding. But it definitely helps. The game's changing. Some younger guys are starting to step up. Kyrgios beating it all at Wimbledon. Zverev doing that, and a bunch of younger guys been winning some futures pretty routinely now. And I think the game's gonna start changing in the next couple of years, and I think younger guys are gonna start taking over again.
Francis, Patrick McEnroe last week talked about you guys 98, 93, I guess, not wanting to skip a level too much, not wanting to jump too far straight into it, because that's been a problem with some Americans in the past. How do you balance how do you balance, sticking to training hard and getting improving, but still playing tour events?
Yeah. I mean, you gotta just, if you think of yourself as a pro, every match you play, it's gonna be the same whether you play a junior match or you play a professional match. You're gonna still think of yourself as a pro, and I think that helps balance it out. If you think yourself as a junior when you're playing juniors, and then kind of you still think of yourself as a junior when you're playing pro events, which is kind of different. So I think if you act like a pro playing both events, it's nothing really changes.
Anything else? Yes, do you feel some pressure to be like the next American star?
Oh no, there's a lot of us. I think someone's important here. I think I'm one of many. We have a good group, and I think I'm just happy to be a part of the group. Me, Stefan, Mo, Ruben. There's so many of us. We go on and on, and I think we all have a good shot, and hopefully we can all come up together.
Do you think that's part of your success, the fact there is a group of people in 98?
Sorry?
Do you think that's part of the reason you've kind of progressed as a group?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Stefan doing something, wants to, we always want to one up each other, or if Mo has a great week, I'll be like, all right, I gotta have a good week now, and I think we all push each other a lot, and I hope we can just keep doing it through the pro level.
So just be good at top of the tree now.
Yeah, I think someone's got to one up me tonight.
Were you surprised to get the wild card into the main draw? Kind of what was your reaction?
Oh, well, I heard I could have gotten a wild card in the main, but wasn't really expecting it. After Atlanta, I was pretty much expecting to play on Saturday. I was getting ready the whole week, knowing I'm playing on Saturday, and then, Wolfie's pulling out, giving me a wild card in the main. I was really excited because I knew most likely they're gonna put me on stadium, and I was pretty excited about that, and this is a great feeling.